Hi there, long time no see. So I'm gonna share a little bit from this book, Do Something Beautiful for God. And these are phrases from our Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, and this book is by Dynamic Catholic. If you ever want to check it out, it's pretty cool. Really good resources for us to grow spiritually, and super cheap. It's basically you get 3 books and you just pay the shipping, or you can buy like 6 books for $3 each. Anyways, and give them away. But anyways, so this one is from September 27. It says, God created us to love and to be loved. And so we hunger for chances to love and to be loved. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. So I want to ask you, have you ever been hungry? I think we all have, right? And it's an awful feeling. Now, once you eat, then you feel a little satisfied then, right? But then you're hungry again. So imagine, that hunger, yeah, you can remove it by eating, but the hunger to be loved and to love is way greater. So if we remember these 2 realities of our lives, every day of our lives will be like a piece of heaven, right? It's difficult, of course, because we live in a spiritual battle where the world tells us otherwise, right? You're unworthy, you have to look this way, you are good for nothing. Even in our own families, we might be struggling with that, right? We come from broken homes because of our fallen nature as human beings. Yet, if we remember that fact that you are created, that every single human being, especially starting with you, that you are created to be loved and to love, then everything will change. Is it gonna be perfect? Of course not. But if you try to do that, to remember that you are created to love and to be loved, then your life is gonna, change. Yeah, you're gonna still have difficulties, but then you'll remember that there's a purpose in your life, right? Because if you don't feel loved, right, then there's no purpose. There's, what is your goal? You might feel depressed. You might feel that you're good for nothing. You might not know where you're going because you don't know your origins. So again, remember this: you are created to be loved first, right? Because you cannot give something that you don't have. So once you feel love and you know that you're loved, right? Sometimes it might not be a feeling. It's just the fact that you know, and that you kind of like hang on to that. So once you remember that you are to be loved, and then once you let, especially God love you, and then your parents love you, and then people around you love you, and then you love yourself, then you're able to love others. And again, I truly believe that love has a capacity, well, it does have the capacity to change the world, right? To make it like one of the books that I've been reading, Holiness Revolution, and that is the way that we change the world. Now, love, sadly, many times is mistaken or misunderstood for something else. So love is willing the will of the others, even when it entails sacrifices, right? I mean, look at the cross. It wasn't pretty for him, yet he did it out of love as a decision to save us. So remember that every time that you feel depressed, every time that you feel that you don't have a purpose, every time that you don't know what your mission is, every time that you feel that this world is just awful and miserable and there's nothing good in it, remember that you are created to love and to be loved. And if you remember those 2 things and you try to do little things to love others and also to let yourself be loved and be open to love, then I can tell you that amidst the difficulties that you might be facing, there's gonna be hope. There's gonna be hope, and there may be joy, right? And we have to know there's a difference between happiness and joy, but you can still have joy in the midst of your suffering. So remember, you are created to love and to be loved, and never forget that, because that is who you are, the human being that God created to be loved and to love. God bless you.